And so today we are going to discuss about simple neural network and how simple neural network is used for pattern classification. Then we will find the concept of linear separability, which is an issue for a particular function. There is the issue of linear separability that you are going to see. Okay, so first let us understand the simple neural net. Also, we have discussed the architecture, so I'll just move very quickly. So the basic architecture of simplest possible neural networks that perform pattern classification consists of a layer of input unit, as many units as the pattern to be classified have components, and a single output unit. Most neural nets we shall consider in this chapter use the single layer architecture shown in figure 2.1. This allows classification of vectors which are n tuples but considers membership in only one category. So this is the simple neural net with only one layer. Here we have, so you can see that this single layer net for pattern classification is little bit different than the earlier version. Here we have bias B, and these are the input. So bias B, the value of bias B here we are giving as 1. Okay, so the biases and thresholds. So here you have seen this is the bias and biases and threshold. Okay, so a bias acts exactly as a weight on a connection from a unit whose activation is always 1. So here the bias activation is always 1 and acts as a weight on a connection from a unit whose activation is always 1, and increasing the bias increasing the net output to the unit. So if you increase the bias, it will increase the net output. If a bias is included, the activation is typically taken to be this. So f net, which is equal to 1, and when the net is greater than equal to 0 and less than 0 if the net is minus 1. So the net output is b plus summation of xi yi. So this I think I have explained in the last class also. So meaning is that this biases has been taken into consideration. So here you can see this is b, okay, and this is x1, xi and x1. That means we have x1, x2, x3 like that up to xn. Okay, so how this input the value of net, that means the input here coming as a summation, how much value it will come, it has been given as net output. Okay, net output equal to bias, this bias net output equal to this bias plus summation xi w I, and this I goes to 1 to n. If you don't write anything at the top, so it will be 1 to n by default. It has gone up to n, xn. Okay, so let's say there are three input. So in that case, and let's say this is the bias B, this is x1, this is x2, this is x3, and let's say this is 0.1, this is 0.2, this is 0.3. So in this case it will be, and let's say bias equal to 1 as I said. So it will be 1 plus 0.1, and let's say the inputs are so in this case it is b equal to 1, and then 2 into x1 into 0.1 plus 3 into 0.2 plus 4 into 0.3. So this is the total output we have. Okay, total output, and this will be the input for this node, and then finally it will be the output. This is how the situation is. Okay. Some authors do not use bias weights, but instead use a fixed threshold theta. Okay. So if you don't use this bias B, if you just simply ignore it, then in the expression also this bias won't be there. So the net will be equal to just simply summation of xi wi. Okay. I equal to n. So this is, some authors does that. Okay. Some authors does this also. Normally you will be having bias. However, in the next example we will demonstrate this is essentially equivalent to the use of an adjustable bias. Okay. Now the role of bias or a threshold in this example, in the next section we consider the separation of input space into regions where the response of the net is positive and regions where the response is negative. Okay, one second. Okay. To facilitate a graphical display of the relationship, we illustrate the ideas of an input with two components, while the output is a scalar. The architecture of this example is shown in figure 2.2. Single layer neuron. So here the situation input. So these are inputs. Okay, role of the bias. So this is the bias already we have seen. So what it says that now we will show by a graphical display how this separation of input spaces happen. Okay, how this separation of input spaces happen. So as you see that in case of let's say in case of two input neural network, simple neural network, the boundary between the values x1 and x2 for which the net gives a positive response and the value for which it gives a negative response is the separating line. Now this is nothing but a separating line only. If you see, this is what this is b plus x1 into w1 plus x2 into w2, right? So this is nothing but a separating line. This one, it's nothing but a separating line, and this is a constant. Okay, so this is a line. So how do you draw this? This is, you know, from your 10 plus 2 mathematics, you know, coordinate geometry. Ax plus ax1 plus b x2 equal to something or 0. In this case also you can draw a separating line. In this case what will happen, like ax1 equal to minus bx2. So we can draw a line over here, right? So similarly, and then we can see the spaces. So here if you have two input, so x1 into w1, x2 into w1 equal to 0, assuming that w2 is not equal to 0. So if you free x2 from here, we can write the minus w1 by w2 into x1 by minus b by w2. Okay, this requirement for a positive response from the input unit is that the net input it receives, namely this, and b greater than 0. During the training, values of w1, w2 and b are determined so that the net will have the correct response for the training data. If one thinks in terms of threshold, the requirement for the positive response from the output unit is that the net input it receives, namely w1 x1 and w2 x2, be greater than the threshold. This gives equations of the line separating positive from negative is this. Okay, so this is the line separating positive from negative. Okay, here it is theta. Okay, here it is theta. If you think that theta is the minimum threshold, okay, if you think that theta is the minimum threshold, so during the training, value of w1 and w2 are determined so that the net will have the correct response for the training data. So this is the situation we have. Okay, now let's see. So this is the separating. So now how this things is going to, so this is, so okay, yeah, Now this concept we will use in linear separability